Hi, everyone, and welcome back to day 31 of our Inktober 2024 Beginner Tangles Challenge. I'm Yehudit Steinberg, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And in this video series, we explored one beginner tangle a day for 31 days. And today is our last day of the 31 days. And I'm so excited that you are here. And if you've been with me for the past 31 days, congratulations, you've made it. And let me show you what we've done over the 31 days in this video series. So we started out with Crescent Moon and we moved forward into all of these different beautiful tangles. And it's such a variety that gives us focal points and also backgrounds and borders, and just has been so much fun going through all these different tangles. Now, if you're just joining us today and you want to learn these other tangles, well, we have a playlist. It's Inktober Beginner Tangles 2024. So look on this channel, on the video channel, and you will find all 31 tangles there, and comment and let me know which ones you like the best. So today we'll end our challenge with the tangle called Squid. And I actually feel like I saved one of the favorites for last. This organic tangle combines several different patterns, including the over-under technique from Hollibaugh and the orb tangle from Tipple. It's a beautiful flowing design that resembles the movement of squid tentacles, making it a perfect way to wrap up our challenge. Let's begin by gathering our materials. So today I'll be using the Micron 01, and I also have included my Micron 02 because those of us that are heavy-handed, this has a more stable nib to this pen, and I prefer it to the 01, except if I'm doing very tiny detail. And then I have my PN for some of the darker lines and inking, and this is a plastic nib. For graphite, I have a Staedtler Mars Lumograph 2B graphite pencil. I love this series and I use it in shading. And for my blending tool, I have a Jack Richardson Tortillon, which is a rolled paper hollow in the middle. And this is a small size. And I love this tortillon. It's my favorite. It's very solid and it lasts a long time. Now, what am I going to use for paper? I've been using the 2-inch Zentangle Bijou tile. It's a 2-inch tile, and I've been doing the whole series in their Renaissance tile, which is their tan custom color. So you can get that at zentangle.com, but I've also been recommending the Strathmore 6x6 artist tiles, and they're a great quality of paper, and you can cut them into these little tiles if you want a more economical way to go. So we start the Zentangle method with becoming present and becoming in a mindful state, and we do that by doing some deep breathing. And the way we do that is we inhale through the nose and we hold it for a couple seconds, and then we exhale through our mouth. I suggest 5 to 10 times. Really helps us to become present. So let's start with a breath in, hold it, and let it out through the mouth. Again, a breath in, hold it, and then exhale through the mouth. Continue breathing. And as you continue breathing, now think of something you're grateful for today. Let that feeling ground you as we prepare to draw. Stretch your hands and fingers, loosening them up. Do a little finger yoga. Rub your hands together, create a little energy. Take another deep breath. Hold it and let it out. And now we're ready to draw. We start our tangle instructions with a step out. This is the unique Zentangle method that of deconstructing a pattern into simple lines and orbs, one line at a time. So let me tell you a little bit about today's tangle squid while you take a screenshot. Today's tangle is squid, which uses flowing organic lines to create tentacle-like shapes that overlap and intertwine. This tangle includes elements from other patterns we've learned, like Hollibaugh's over and under effect and Tipple's orbs. Make sure you get a screenshot for your tangle journal. Today I will forgo the dots and the dots in the corner, the borders, and the string, and we will start with step 1 of building squid. And squid center is made up of a lot of orbs. That is how we start. So I'm starting with some orbs in the center, and I made these different sizes, but some of them large, so that when I do come and fill them in, I have enough space to show you how I do it. So I'm just going to ink in an 01 or 02. Turning my tile, keeping my hand steady, my drawing hand. There we go. So that would be our first step. The second step, on the ones that are large enough, I'm going to do a little parallel line around these orbs. And this is going to bring in some highlights. a little separation from each other because the center is inked. So now that I've done that, I'm going to ink in the center. So I'm reaching for my PN, which has plastic nib and helps with darker and with inking in these small spaces. Take your time. Remember to breathe. Oh, stay focused. Remember where you're inking and where you're letting. The next step is adding tentacles. I will go back to the O2 and these are like little curvy lines. And I like to start by putting them in different areas. 4 actually. You might want to practice those S curves if this is new to you in your sketchbook. So I've added a few, and now is the fun part because we will add them all the way around, and let's look at putting this one to go over here. So I'm going to bring that. And this is where the over-under comes in. So it comes up here, and then it connects on the other side. And we have done an over-under. So I'm going to turn my tile and do one here. Let them be free form. Don't overthink it. Just turn your tile. Put in another. And it starts to have a little bit of movement. I'm going to add a few more. So let's say I have the space here. using the over under, and you see how that starts to entangle. Great practice for S curves. Ooh, this might be interesting. I could start here. And just continue on until you feel like you've done enough. I love this tangle. There are so different, so many ways, and the art lab members, it's one of their favorite, and they have been so creative in the different ways it's been incorporated into their artwork. So may take a little bit of practice, but at some point it will be quite easy for you. All right, so the next step is that you see all these little spaces in here. We're going to add what we call Tipple pattern, which are small orbs. And where there's little spaces between the orbs, I just come in and add some ink. Take your time. So you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm putting them in between these little spaces. I'll do a couple more. It helps to separate the tentacles from the rest of the design when you add these tipples in these spaces. The little tiny ones, I'm going to give them a little bit of, well, we're almost done. We want to keep them, because I'm going to ink this one in. There you have squid. For shading, down inside here, where the tentacles come out from those little orbs, I'm going to put a little bit of graphite in there. Turn my tile. Okay, so I'm going to grab the tortillon. And just spread it out a little. Remember Hollibaugh went under. But this is small. It also has a lot of ink. So you don't want to put a lot of heavy shading here. Just enough to give it a little bit of mystery where it meets. Here. Okay. Another way you can put a little bit of differentiation here would be just a little bit on the outside. See how I'm actually using some of what I already have on here just to dust it a little. Kind of finish it off. Now shading can take quite a while too, but you get the idea. Just play around with it. Squid is complete, and I will take my PN and initial the front. And I will turn to the back, and we will journal. I include my full name in case somebody wants to know who the artist is. They wouldn't know by your initial. The date, 10/31/2024. The day is 31. The tangle is squid. And Zentangle deconstructed the pattern step out. This was part of our Inktober series. So you can remember and refer to where you learned how to draw this particular tangle, just in case you want to replicate it and have forgotten the steps. Finally, share your completed tangle in our Facebook group. Look for today's tangle post and add a picture of your drawing along with any comments or questions. I'd love to see how your squid turned out. Now, this is the last video in our Inktober Beginners Tangle Challenge. This is day 31, and we have a playlist where you can go and see all 31 videos. We will also be offering the mandala challenge process. This is what we did in Inktober, in case you want to carry on and do the mandala along with the Inktober videos. And the information for that will be below in the description on YouTube. Before we wrap up, just a quick reminder, it's not too late to join our Sunday Mandala Challenge. You'll receive all the information, the guidebook, the recorded Sunday Zoom sessions, and support to create your unique mandala. The registration link is in the comments below or description if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this time was relaxing and inspiring for you.